Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business guide and host, Michael Rager. As you can see, Kristen Gunderson right here.
Hello.
Live and in the flesh. So Kristen, we're going to talk a little bit about P&L statements today, right?
Yes.
So what's a P&L statement and why does a business owner really need to understand it?
Well, the P&L, basically the top line says how much money you're bringing in, what your revenue is, and then you have your cost of goods sold, those costs that are directly tied to when you sell something. Those are considered your cost of goods sold. Like if you didn't have those sales, you wouldn't have those costs. And then you have your gross profit. And then you have all of your other expenses, your overhead, your rent, your insurance, payroll, like admin, and all those other costs are your expenses. And then the bottom line is your net profit. Hopefully you have a net profit, but it tells you how much money you're making, what your cost of goods sold are, what your expenses are, and what your net profit is. And of course we want that to be positive.
Yeah. How often should a business owner look at it?
All the time, at least monthly for sure. But if you can be looking at that weekly, that's even better. That way you can catch, like, say if payroll's getting too high, or maybe you can look to see, hey, my revenue should be higher. Like I thought it would be higher, and maybe you need to catch, are people being slow to pay you? You need to catch up on your accounts receivable. So I make it a practice in my business. I look at it every Monday morning to see what's going on, and if I need to fix stuff, I can fix it throughout the week.
Yeah, I had a client of mine, we were talking about it off camera, that came to me and said, hey Mike, I don't know what's going on. I made $300,000 this month, but I lost $59,000. And we looked at it, and it was employees. He had gone out, and they bid contracts on straight time, and his average person was putting in 78 hours a week on time and a half.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't catch that stuff throughout the month, you can end up with a huge loss like that, and it's too late to do anything about it.
Right, and we got to be able to bring those things back. And so as a business owner, understanding, we've got P&L statements, we got balance sheets, we've got all these things, but business owners are scared. They're afraid of those things, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of businesses, they go into business because they're really great at what they do. They're really great at construction, plumbing, cleaning, whatever they're doing, but they may not know the numbers, and that's why you need a good bookkeeper, a good accountant, because they do understand the numbers, and you need to be in communication with them to be able to talk about what's going on.
Yeah, with that client I had, if he would have got a hold of me earlier, he lost $59,000. We could have stopped that.
Yeah, stop the bleeding.
We did. It took us 5 weeks to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
And so he ended up losing a little bit more than that. But if he would have been looking at that thing, he looked at it after the fact.
Yeah.
After the fact. And so many business owners, they have a hard time figuring out, when do I close out my books? When do I look at this? Why is that such a big issue?
Real-time accounting is so important. You need to be in there. Like if you have like QuickBooks Online or something, you should be able to go in and code your financials or code your bank feeds every single day to be able to see what's happening. And if you want to be looking at it every single day, you can literally run a P&L and see how it's going. That way you can easily see the trends. And if something's going off trend, you can make that correction quicker to stop any huge losses.
Yeah, trends are an important thing. We got to be looking at whether we're trending up, we're trending down, we're staying, staying in the right place. It's important because we got to understand our cash flow. We've got bills to pay, and we got to make sure our accounts receivable are up and all those things. And if we're not paying attention to it, those are the things that can get a business owner off track, right?
Exactly. Cash flow is so important, and that's the number one reason why businesses, 2 out of 1 don't make it to their 5th birthday because they have cash flow problems because they're not looking at their financials.
Yeah, I know. I see it all the time. I'm coaching about 12 clients right now, and out of the 12, I think 10 of them got AR issues. Yeah. And it's just going back and just going to your clients and say, hey, look, we've done the work, we've done what you have. You have the invoice. Please pay us.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be a jerk about it, but.
Again, like every Monday, I have it a policy in my business. If there's accounts receivable, like we are reaching out to them. Once they reach net 60, and we have a net 10 that we pay. Once it reaches net 60, once it reaches net 30, we're calling them up on the phone to make sure that they're paying because maybe they just haven't seen the email. Net 60, we cut them off. And then we pretty much send them to collections after that, if they don't make a promise to pay.
You just got to, you got to put together a process on that, and it's a process of making sure you get paid. You do the work, you're expected to get paid and you're expected to get the money.
Exactly.
And it's fair, right?
Exactly.
All right, so if people want to have, you sit down and help them look at these things, how do they get a hold of you, Kristen?
The best way is you can either call. Our phone number is 936-372-2661, or you can reach out to us on social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram at Gunderson's Bookkeeping.
So you're also very social and you're out and about. What kind of things you got going on in Houston in the next few weeks where people can come out and actually meet you?
Yeah, we have an event coming up March 1st, that first Wednesday out in Waller County. We have an event coming up. So if you want to, again, find me on Facebook because that's where I share those events, and it's out in Waller County at Pine Island Country Store from like 5 to 7 p.m. So it's after work.
Yeah, it's come out, give a little networking, get to meet people and shake people's hands and get to know them and see how you can do business together.
Exactly.
So thanks a lot, Kristen. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
you coming on and sharing that. I'm Michael Rager, your business guide.